situation where people were consuming alcohol under the age of 21. By show of hands, out of those who raised their hands, how many of you would have had no problem with minors consuming that alcohol? Okay. This happens quite often in societies that have a minimum legal drinking age, even though it is against the law and can get people, mainly adults over the age of 21, in trouble. I believe that the laws enforcing the minimum legal drinking age in America are not effective and should be reevaluated and eventually lowered. There are three problems that I would like to present which have resulted from the raising the legal drinking age from 18 to 21, which took place in 1984. The first problem is that even though it is against the law to consume alcohol under the age of 21, many people still choose to do so. Obviously, this law is an ineffective deterrent and should be reevaluated. The second problem is that the current minimum legal drinking age promotes disregard for the law in general, because those who break it are more likely to break other laws in the future that aren't so minor. The third problem with the minimum legal drinking age is that the minimum legal drinking age prevents the majority of college students from consuming alcohol, even though it is a widely accepted factor and part of college life in general. The introduction of the change from the legal drinking age from 18 to 21 was actually an ultimatum given by the federal government, stating that any state who did not comply would receive a 10% decrease for state highway funds. This caused all states to comply, even if alcohol consumption wasn't actually a problem in this location. Once the drinking age was raised to 21, many minors refused to obey the laws that their own older friends didn't have to deal with. Once the drinking age was raised to 21, to this day, an estimated 70% of teens have had at least one drink by the age of 18. Based on that statistic, we can conclude that the laws restricting teens from drinking is not actually working. The second problem I am addressing is a result from the first problem, and that is that minors who break the law regarding the drinking age will be more inclined to break other laws, more serious laws, after repeatedly getting away with drinking underage. When individuals think they're above the law, no matter how minor it may be, they tend to develop a disregard for the law in general. The last and most important problem with the minimum legal drinking age is that consuming alcohol underage in college is widely accepted yet illegal part of college life. According to one statistic, 82% of college students under the age of 21 reported using alcohol within the past year, and 69% reported using alcohol within the past 30 days. Since it is normal for students to start college right out of high school, the majority of them will not be permitted to drink until their junior, possibly senior year. That's the statistic. Since it is normal for students to start college right out of high school, the majority of them will not be permitted to drink until their junior, possibly senior year. The statistic I mentioned proves that college students will drink underage even though it is against the law. Due to the fact that it is against the law, many individuals will take part in what is known as binge drinking in private locations, since they are not allowed to do so in public with fear of being caught. Binge drinking is very dangerous to the health of anyone and can cause severe illness and possibly death. If the drinking age were lowered, college students wouldn't have to consume large amounts of alcohol in hiding. Instead, they can drink in public socially without feeling like they need to consume it all at once. Given the scenarios and facts that I have just presented, I believe that it is a productive idea for the minimum legal drinking age in America to be reevaluated, because due to the problems that this law causes, which are the laws that enforce the drinking age are an ineffective deterrent to minors, which in turn promotes a general disregard for the law and authority, and affects mainly college students who are more inclined to consume alcohol than others. By drinking responsibly and encouraging others to do the same, we can prove that our generation, as well as future generations, should be able to consume alcohol at an age under 21. Thank you. All right.